Hello, everyone. Welcome to a stream. In this live stream, I'll be talking to you about stuff. I don't even know what to talk about. I am so tired today. Last night, I did not get the best of sleep. In fact, I slept 1 a.m. You know, it was just so painful, you know, so hard to sleep. Having a fan. I think it's Friday. I think it's Friday. I don't know if it's Friday, the day. I don't really pay attention to these things, so I do apologize for being very clueless. Yep, it's Friday. So interesting, isn't it? Okay, so I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just very tired. My shoulders are killing me. I want to lay down and rest, but at the same time, I want to have fun. Okay, so as you can see, let's check up the comedy news. Oh, fun fact, Trevor Noah finally ended his time on the Daily Show. This is pretty interesting for some people. For me, it's like, okay, what's he up to next? I'm not a fan of Trevor Noah. I used to be a big fan, and then he started getting woke. Many of you don't know this, but I'm South African. So obviously, I used to love Trevor Noah. I love these shows, and over the years, he got more and more obnoxious. You know, most talk show comedians, they only make fun of one side. They're very clueless of the world, very hateful, and they don't care about making fun at anyone, but only people they disagree with. So, yeah, I don't know what's he gonna be up to next. You know, Variety was crying. You know why Variety was crying? Because it's gonna be less diverse. Yes, because talk shows are gonna be less diverse without him. They were more disappointed about that. Okay. Now, I don't know if he'll come back to South Africa. He does own a house in America, so I don't know. For me, it's just like, what the heck is he gonna do now? He's gonna come here. He's gonna talk about stuff, and he's gonna be very, very rude. Honestly, I feel like he could obviously retire. He will never be the best of best comedians. When I looked up to him when I was a kid, I was so happy for him. I remember when he was going to America, he even had a show about that in South Africa, talking about how many people will talk about him losing his accent. He became a very much a woke person, and honestly, he will be eaten by his own. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that he will be eaten by his own. The woke people eat each other, and I'm just calling it right now, you know? I'm just calling it because some of these woke people, they 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 always step on each other's shoes. So I'm just saying. But I think he might maybe come down to South Africa, and he may have a couple of shows here and there, and that's it. I'm not interested. I'm definitely not interested. The man's a sellout, so what else can I say? Russian spy awarded Presidential Medal of Freedom for being first openly transgender traitor of the country. Yeah, have y'all heard about that? The first Mayam to be a traitor. Actually, there were plenty of traitors um, in the country, in America, but this is kind of funny because um, the way people praise this woman, and now look, look, being a traitor to America. And here's the funny part: they're gonna call everyone who disagrees with them traitors. They already do that. So yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised. So um, stunning and brave, guys, stunning and brave. Congress passes funding stopgap bill to avoid Ukrainian government shutdown. Ah, dying. America is falling. Republicans pounce on Afghanistan, inflation, economy, spending, jobs, border crisis, dementia. Uh, this is just so sad, honestly. Lizzo played the fourth president of America, is flute, and people were cheering like yes, yes. It's like oh my goodness, how embarrassing can you be? You know the fact that this is where our culture is, everyone. Our culture can cheer on Lizzo. But hey guys, you're not allowed to have anything in a video game. Anything sexual in a video game? Oh, that's offensive. That's offensive. But you can have people like Lizzo showing a bare ass. You know, the problem I have is just the freaking hypocrisy with these people. They act all high and mighty, and then the next they want to act as if they are so modest. You know, they have no idea what they want. Um, what's this? Conservatives disappointed by technically, technicality that says Prime Minister of Italy cannot also be President of the US. That's very disappointing because I would love for her to be the President of South Africa. We need more people like her, you know, coming up. Okay, okay. Wife tells server she'll have a light salad followed by her husband's entree. I don't get these things. I don't really go out that much, and when I do, I mostly eat stuff that's very safe. A lot of people eat a lot of strange stuff. I'm very picky with what I eat. Last time when I went to watch Dragon Ball Superhero, we then stopped by Mug and Bean, and the menu was just so colossal and with things I don't really eat. The only things I saw I could eat were pretty expensive, and I decided to get a slice of cake. And the slice of cake was like this big, this long, basically. Well, almost this long. I expected it to be pretty small, but it was so big. Uh, Fascism expert, somehow able to find fascism everywhere. This is the funny thing about these people. I'm sure you watch those videos on Vice and stuff like that, where these people are obsessed with calling everything fascism. You know, breathing is fascism. Hero, the Santa's fly again here to Martha's vineyard. People call it vineyard. It's vineyard, right? Or is it vineyard? I don't even know. Okay, but wow, that's amazing. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Pelosi drafts article of impeachment against new Prime Minister of Italy. I wouldn't be surprised if they do such crazy things like this. American media is already calling her fascist and stuff like that. They're very disappointed in democracy. Okay, there's this channel called Democracy Now, and they are crying because democracy took place and people chose that woman to be in charge. And they were very disappointed. They were sad. I'm just saying, like these people be so until the equality fights, then yeah, this is the end of it. Like people are disappointed. CBS made a post where they said, you know, she's the first, Italian prime minister to be a woman, but it's overshadowed by her politics. They literally said that. They literally said that. These people never cared about if you're a woman or not. It just depends on what side you're on, you know? You think they stand for all women? No, they don't. They never did. It's just sad, honestly. It's just sad. I love Babylon Bee. I was checking some Onion websites, Onion articles last night, And the articles were just trash. They aren't even that funny. They literally just like, oh my gosh, guys, oh my gosh, like that's literally their comedy. That comedy is very basic, be millennial stuff. You can tell the person who wrote it has a couple of pronouns on their bio. That's you can on Twitter. You can tell the people who wrote these articles are basically just Twitter users. You know, like they aren't funny anymore. I'm sorry, people think they're funny. Maybe they were back in the day. They're not funny anymore. They're not. They're not. A lot of these people are just so sad. Honestly, you know, they think comedy is being edgy, and not just like edgy as in like being very offensive. I'm talking about edgy as in like shouting out loud and swearing and saying f words, and saying something that you're doing literally out loud. You know, when I went to watch Dragon Ball Superhero, they show a lot of trailers in obviously in almost all theaters, show trailers and stuff like that about forthcoming movies. And one of the trailers was about Shazam 2. I love the first Shazam. It was amazing. Okay, I remember when DC pulled that out back in 2019. Oh my stars! It made Marvel fans jealous because they had Captain Marvel and DC fans had this amazing character, Shazam. Shazam! Actually, Shazam's supposed to be called Captain Marvel. He was originally called Captain Marvel, but then the copyright stuff happened. Like, there's a big video on that. You can check it out on YouTube. It's very informative, I would say. And once again, Captain Marvel is not the original Captain Marvel. Uh, nonetheless, Shazam trailer, the second one, and it was so terrible. Like, what the heck? It was such like a normie trailer. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm literally doing this. Like, no hate to the actor. I'm sure the guy who plays Shazam is pretty cool. But honestly, the writing for this movie sucks because it's such like a like a very hard to understand if you think of it, because you need to understand that um, you need to understand that for for people to make things funny these days, they think it's shouting is funny. They think just saying something that you're doing is funny. That's not funny. Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh, guys! Look! I am sitting on my bed, and I am using my laptop. Oh my gosh! Is that funny? No, that's not. That's not funny. You're just pointing out something. It'll be funny if it's used very moderately, but no, no, like the trailer used to like bunch of these terrible jokes. It's like, come on, man, come on. First one was good. Second one, I think the jokes are just gonna make it annoying and obnoxious. The first one had jokes that were kind of silly here and there, like not the best jokes, but they were pretty much overshadowed by the positive part of the story. I don't know what the second movie is going to be about. Don't really know. Will I watch it? Not really. Not really, to be fair. Maybe if it comes out in streaming, I will watch it. I don't know. I really don't know, to be fair. I just think the jokes kind of silly. That's just it, because like they just shouting out your jokes. They're just shouting it out like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, I'm doing that. I'm sure there's a really good story, because if you look in the trailer, they do show some parts of a good story. But oh my goodness, it's like it's made for obnoxious people at this point. Maybe it's a good movie. It's just that the trailer is just terrible. And maybe they just showed all of the jokes all together. Maybe the movie will actually overshadow the jokes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the story will be better. I don't know, but I think they're doing something really well. Like Shazam, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, what else can I say? Oh, my goody two shoes. What else can I say? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward for any movie. Avatar. I actually have some toys from 2009. You know the Avatar toys? I'm not talking about the Last Airbender. I'm talking about the Blue People Avatar, James Cameron. I have two video games. one on Xbox 360 and one on PSP. Both of them are very different. Both of them are very different. I like the Xbox 360 version better because it's much more fun. Uh, I remember finishing the PSP one. I was so disappointed in it at first because I expected it to be like the 360 one because I had the 360 one first, and then I was pretty disappointed because I understand there's limitations. Wow, it was a pretty interesting game, I would say, but overall, 361 was much better. So a Avatar movie is finally coming out. I don't think there should be a second Avatar. I'm sorry. There's nothing to even see with the Avatar. And the hype is very low. I'm sorry, but the hype is very low these days for most of these movies. On. Anyways, I feel so tired. I feel so taxed. Anyways, enough about Babylon B. Let me just check something else. Uh, okay, I just feel so lethargic. I feel like my shoulders are carrying bricks. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry if it disconnects. Something is wrong. I'm sitting close to the Wi-Fi. It's on my bed, supposed to be a hotspot. Hey, what's this? Blizzard Entertainment will record voice chats in Overwatch 2 and requires player to provide phone number to prevent disruptive behavior. You may be thinking, what the heck is that? Well, if you don't know, these days most companies are trying to be very censorious and they want to censor even what you say on private chats and stuff like that. They want to monitor that. And this is just a breach of privacy. I'm sorry, but this is a breach of privacy. You're treating people like freaking terrorists for crying out loud. That's not fair. Doesn't Blizzard have a lot of allegations, a lot of these terrible things going on, and yet still have enough energy to push this out? Holy crap. Honestly. Like, you're paying so much for trash. That's it, basically. You're paying for trash, you're paying to be treated like trash. I'm sorry, these games should not exist. Every time I put it down, it always dwindles down. Guys, you gotta consume this stuff, okay? You gotta consume everything. Just blindly accept it, okay? Doesn't matter if it's a breach of privacy. Doesn't matter if you can't say a lot of words anymore because people are spying on you. Matter. Just consume because graphics XYZ elemental P alphabet characters. Just consume. Really? Really, I know for a fact there's going to be tons of people still purchasing this game, still going through all this type of stuff, fighting so hard just to play this game. That's what happen. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. Okay? You think this is going to stop people? You think this type of stuff is going to stop people? No. People are going to play the game. You know? They'll support it for some reason, just consume. Shut up, close your eyes and consume. Consume everything. It's not like they're trying something and they're trying something out, something different. This is not like that. This is something totally out of the blue and not supposed to be part of gaming, you know. I'm kind of glad I never got um, this, into the series. I remember when this was a big thing back in 2016. Do y'all remember? Oh my goody two shoes. Letting aside the atrocious attack against free speech, in the end, it is a private company, you know. But it doesn't. It regardless, even if it's a private company, they have no right to kind of spy on people, you know. Like that's kind of taking it way too far with voice chats and numbers, you know. What is laughable is that knowing the woke people in charge, the ones who are going to decide what's considered disruptive behavior, are going to view as that if the insult goes against the population or agendas they consider vulnerable slash valuable. Yeah, it's going to be a double-sided thing. I guarantee you that. Plus, it's a bunch of loot boxes, so uh, this is just a breach of privacy. They don't want you to have fun. I can't even see the freaking words. What happened over here? Like, like Blizzard was going such a strange format for the past few years, you know? And now, uh, and now they do this, and it keeps disconnecting. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. That enough about that. It's 1. It's in the afternoon. Time flew way too fast today. I'm sorry. Time doesn't like me today. Okay. So what we're gonna search for is I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Waifus. How about I don't even know. I don't even want to know. Chocolate. Let's just see. Hmm. Let me check my channel. Let me check my channel because it's been a while since I checked my channel. Well, basically a couple moments ago. A couple hours ago. This one got 2 likes. Okay. I've also scheduled 5 stuff. Gonna come out in multiple days. We have this one. We have this one. This is my very flummoxing one because it's just a major transformation. Okay. It's sometimes I make cringy posts. I got to say, I make some cringy posts. So, anyways, okay, okay, okay. I'm a waifu. So, what else can I say? I think that, judging with your wallet has been working very well, but it's not going to change so much. I want to make some video games. I want to make some stuff. I feel like it's about time. It's about time I finally did something. Um, I wish I could make proper video games right now. Don't have the best laptop. But still, I'll try something. I supposed to work with Flowers Are the Beauty, a video game I've been promising for years. I guess it'll come out some other time. I have to see certain things, like, yeah, I'm gonna post it on Steam, obviously. I need to know the results of Steam. I need to know a lot about Steam before I do anything else. Okay? I need to know those things before I jump to the next conclusion. Anything else? I don't really know. Um, I would like to say, I wish I can hire a couple of people. I really wish I can, but unfortunately, I can't. Things are going to be very difficult to hire people. I know there's a lot of people who just want to be hired, a lot of artists and whatnot, but I feel like that's just going to be very hard to find these days, you know? Um, I don't just want to make games for the sake of not being woke. I want to make multiple things to be fun, to be enjoyable, because I think that's what people need right now, you know? Fun stuff. So, yeah. When it comes to my books, I want it to be interesting. I don't think it'll be interesting for everyone. But what else can I say? I feel very bad to see how many companies, I say, just ignoring innocent fans, but they'll jump the board um, for woke stuff. Okay, just gonna. I've noticed something from a post from Kotaku in Action. Oh my gosh, my back hurts so much. It hurts so much. Okay. Okay. It's so bad. Only when you press it against something soft, it starts to be better. Now, there's something interesting over here with the ESGs and video games. I've started okay, so I've recently started hearing about ESG about 2 weeks ago. I personally heard about it this week. I saw a lot of you guys claiming that what's wrong today. Interested. I started investigating it. I'm going to be honest. I don't understand crap. So it stands for environmental, social, and governance criteria. Environmental is easy to get. It measures a company's environmental impact. It's the social and governance part I don't get. Every website has a different definition and explanation from what I can tell. Isn't it something to avoid lawsuits, like making sure a company isn't covering up scandals like Activision? And here's the point I want to stop just before we go further. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Because most of these companies like Activision, they are doing disturbing things in the background. They can talk about how fun they are, but in reality, they're pretty much wicked people. Not all of them, but most of them. Also, what the hell do scores themselves even mean? Do you want a high one or a low one? From what I've read, the higher score, the better. Then, when I try checking individual scores of these publishers, they have a really low score, like 15. Wouldn't it be a good thing in our case, or is it bad? I don't know what to do. So let's just read. So, in practice, social and governance means wokeness. And at least in short term, companies consider it much expensive to go woke, less expensive to go woke than to reduce their carbon footprints. But no, it isn't about avoiding lawsuits, it's about access to capital. Listen to this, ladies and gents. The post is from Kotaku in Action, posted by, posted by, let me just open this person's thing. Reddit user Memento Mon 313. Memento Mori. No, Memento Mori. I can't even read. X Memento Mori 313. There we go. So that's the user if you want to check them out, because they post a very interesting question. Because you can just check, because it'll be hard to find it in this subreddit. It's best to find the user and check from what they posted, and then you click and read everything. Then you can read the responses. So it's not about avoiding lawsuits, it's about access to capital, access to money. ESG is pushed by a number of large investment firms, especially BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, the biggest in the world. They manage other people's money, retiremental pension funds. Holy crap. This is just some globalist crap, okay? Between them, they have assets under management almost equal to the entire US GDP. Holy crap. Holy crap. The essence of too big to fail. They're not doing it with their own money, but control of other people's money. None of this should be allowed, of course. Exactly. This is textbook globalism. This is globalism, you know? Like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, these companies don't give a crap about you. They don't give a crap about fun. If your company wants capital loan from these firms, which because how big they are and how much money they can control, you need to remain competitive in the market companies and get these loans. You have to raise your ESG scores to, okay, so we basically exposing them. Raise your ESG score up to their requirements, which means you have to embrace politics that the leaders of those firms like. So basically, those Black Rocks and all those other cocks, you can call them, losers, because that's what they are. Basically, game companies will have to raise the ESG just to rub shoulders with these guys, just to get money from these guys. No, this is globalism crap. Okay, they shouldn't be having a major grasp on these companies. Uh, ESG both pushes wokeness on companies. Hold on, let me just sit down on the bed, flat like a pancake. Speaking of pancakes, and that's been so long. Um, okay, let me zoom in. Now we can read together. ESG pushes wokeness on companies and insulates large companies against get woke, go broke. Lost money on the woke project. Well, it boosted your ESG score, so you can just put it as a loss as a tax write-off and get the money back with a cheap loan from BlackRock. That's why get woke, go broke don't really work anymore. That BlackRock loan, of course, is paid for in other people's money that BlackRock is managing, like including many of the people who boycotted your woke product in the first place. So you can say, I won't give money to Disney, all you like, but invest in anything you invest in is controlled by BlackRock. You don't have the choice. They will give your money to Disney for you. Wait, I don't understand this. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So, if I invest in something, that means they have money. They have my money. That's stupid. That's just globalism for crying out loud. There are only two ways to deal with the situation, really. The ESG bubble bursts, Wall Street corrects itself and decides the practice is simply unsustainable because it requires companies to do the often things that are the opposite of maximizing shareholder returns. So basically, okay, the government puts a stop to this. Now, I would love if Republicans will come against this, you know? You need to understand that these ESG stuff only benefits the Democrats. So the only people that can stop it are the libertarians and the Republicans. So honestly, I hope someone on the right does something because it's going to be only helping the left. They're not going to say anything unless a couple of them say something, and they'll be censored. So it'll be very difficult for those who are Democrats and disagree with ESG. It'll be very difficult for them to speak out. Now, I don't think the government can put a stop to this, but maybe they can. Maybe they can find a way. Third solution, a new player has entered the game. It was a way for major investors to put conditions on investees for their money, and these conditions broadly align with subverting the internal structure. Wow. This is literally globalism. Holy freaking crap. This is why a machine hates anything similar to sounding nationalist. What's nationalist is fascist. Okay, the new discourses. Ugh. Wait, new discourses. Let's check this. ESG. Uh, oh my goodness, this is a good read. Oh, holy crap! Look at this. Look at this. James Lindsay. This guy is pretty cool, honestly. I watch him time to time. He has a lot of information. This guy just goes deep. When he goes deep, he goes balls deep. I'm gonna delete his club for rich gimps. Yeah, this is basically a crazy thing, honestly. Social is basically a social justice rating. You know how wicked that is? Are you waving the white flag during Pride Month? Are you paying for Porsche rather than screw BlackRock and Vanguard? Screw them. They aren't helping the gaming industry. They're making it worse. They're just evil people. People trying to control other people's lives. That's just not fair. IASG rating is given to the worst corporations on the planet that will do anything from rent slavery in concentration camps in China to large-scale environmental degradation and destruction. Also illegal drug testing on children on Nigeria. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, they use solar panels and have genderless bathrooms in US rights, human rights, environmental ratings instead. So basically, that wokeness is just a veil for all the slavery, the illegal stuff they're doing. Look at this. Look at this. So once again, this is a very good thread to read. Yeah, so basically while they're trying to say, oh, this game is stunning and brave, many companies will clap it, for example, Saints Row. Yes, fans don't like it, but I'm sure many of the people who worked on it think it's a success, and it doesn't matter. They'll have all the money they want from these major companies. Um, Tesla got removed from ESG because of mean tweets by Elon. Yeah, so if you're against the mob, this is just dangerous, guys. This is dangerous. And this is why our video games suck, because most it's making sense. It's all making sense now. You know, these companies don't care about you, they care about their pockets. And some people who care about art, who care about fun stuff, they will leave those companies gradually and they'll form some other ways to get something. Is there a way to fight back? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there will be a way to fight back against these monsters. You know, they're literally using people as a veil to do bad things. For frick's sake, they're using slave labor. This isn't anything shocking. It's just sad. It's just very sad, you know? They are unearthing parts from the ground, destroying the environment, and they're just waving the flag of I support things against climate change. That's basically it. They're very evil people. They don't care about the trip. How come I'm someone like this? How come I'm the one speaking like this? A lot of woke people supposed to be doing this, but they're not gonna do it. It's so unfortunate. Really. So I'm gonna leave this as a bookmark from New Discourses. Okay, it seemed like a very interesting read, and James Lindsay, is a very interesting person because he makes a bunch of these videos on YouTube, all about the Marxism and the woke stuff. He knows what he's talking about, and he knows what's happening in the bigger world, you know? So I can actually applaud that. Okay, only subs. Okay. Uh, this is just insane. This guy is like the savior for us. Oh my goodness. There's a dictionary. There's a dictionary. He made a dictionary. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this. I had no idea many of these words existed. Autosexual, bad intimacy, belonging, bias, bigender, biopower. What? Um, birthing person, I've heard that. Um, blank slatism. I don't even know. Honestly, there's just so much of these woke terms. Once again, ESG is just nothing but a bunch of these major corporations using the veil of wokeness just to lecture everyone, and then they can get more money. They don't give a crap about anything else. How do I fight against this? How do I fight against this? There has to be a way for us normal people to fight against the big corporations, because these big corporations are screwing everyone over. That's just it. Anyways, enough about that. I think it's time to talk about some fun stuff. I don't want to be only doom and gloom. Um, let's just check up some stuff to buy because I kept going back and forth. Once again, you can check out the user. I mentioned the user earlier in the video. You can just find it and you'll see what the person posted because that's a very interesting thread. And I'm just finding out about it right now, you know. So there's more to this woke agenda. There's much more, there's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish. That's just the worst part. There's always bigger fish. When can there just be small fish for once? I just want a small fish. A small enemy to just face, you know? These days, everything has to be out of the top, over the blue. Ah, sometimes you just feel like things are so overwhelming. Okay, so last time I was looking for farm animals, and I was looking through a lot of stuff. Here we have National Geographic. Now, National Geographic have a bunch of these interesting toys. The only problem is, I would say, is that is it worth it? That's my main question. Now, the problem with this set, the problem with this set is that there's only one rabbit. Why on earth are there only one rabbit? Come on. Why is there only one rabbit? There should be like at least two. There's freaking two goats, two horses, one cow. Now it's basically coming in a tube. Shouldn't really complain. Over here they have oh great, something got stuck. Over here they have another rabbit. Is that the same rabbit? Is that yep, it's the same rabbit. Oh wow, they're saving a lot of money by repeating the same figure. But I like the birds. I like the birds. I think the birds are much better because I don't have that many birds, you know? I think that would be great. So I was talking about this the previous live stream. As you can see, um, pretty cool stuff. So you get a hen or some kind of fowl, ducks. I don't know if they're swans. I think they're ducks. Roosters, baby ducks, baby chickens, and stuff like that. You know, there's just too many ducks and swans, I would say. Too many. There's also assorted birds from a different company. Assorted cats. I think this will be very cute. But there's no kittens. So what's the point? I tried looking around for Amazon. Guess what? Could barely um could barely find the ones I want. I mean there's so much more, but they just seem very expensive. So let's just see. I think this will be great. Anyways, so I have my eye on this one. As I said in my previous live stream, I've had this when I was a kid. It was a pretty fun set to have. I also had larger versions. So I still have some of the old models. They're still basically the same. These ones look the same, it's just more cleaner. Um, okay. What comes inside? I really wish they told. I can see a sheep. I can see a sheep. Um, I can see a cow. Another cow. Or is that a bull? I don't really know. Fences. Duck. I don't know. I don't really know what comes in one. But I know it comes in 5 pouches. So, which is a lot. A lot. So 5 tubes. That's gonna be amazing. You know? If I had enough money, I would double it and get like more toys. Honestly. Sometimes the simple stuff are the best, you know. Also sea animals. You know, I think these are gonna be much more smaller. I've had something like this a couple years ago. But I don't think they were that small. Bulk animals. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. So we have tiger, we have giraffe, we have a couple of rocks. Is it worth to have? I don't know. Don't really know. Comes in 4. That's the disappointing part. It's just 4. What's the point with 4? Like some of these things are just way too expensive. I think I'll just stick to farm. Okay. But as you can see, there's so much of stuff. Holy crap. Honestly, I just wonder the size of this. At least this says 5, which is good. The more the merrier, I say. I just wish they told us how much is in 1. You know, it's just so unfair. We just have to assume. It's been so long since I purchased this, you know? I see a dog somewhere over here. I don't know what else. Is that a pig? I can see a little pig over here. My eyes are just gonna play tricks on me. I wonder if they have a goat, because there's a goat on top. Um, so I wonder. I'm assuming it'll come with a placemat. They always came with placemats. Anyways, my hand is hurting. I'm gonna go. Bye.